everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the welterweight division between Sugar Ray Leonard and the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Sugar Ray Leonard's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes. Oscar De La Hoya's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Sugar Ray Leonard. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Oscar De La Hoya.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up, and let's go.
Scheduled to go the full 10 if we get that far. Round one underway.
Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Sugar. Well-placed counterpunch by Sugar. Oh! Sugar Ray Leonard's almost out of it there. He was stunned. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Halfway through round number one. Sugar's starting to show some swelling. His corner should ice that down. Wow! Oscar De La Hoya stunned, and he is hurt. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Oscar De La Hoya. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Well, the end of the round is upon us. And oh boy, we need to catch our breath ourselves.
Now, these guys are not shy about introducing themselves. They came right out at the beginning. They said hello with punches, punches and bunches.
Great exchanges we've seen so far.
Listen to me. You're getting caught up. You're getting caught up and fighting his fight. Focus for me.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
The Golden Boy blocks that punch.
What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sugar Ray Leonard's almost out of it there. He was stunned.
Come on now, guys. Come on. Keep busy. Keep busy.
Sugar's cut, man, is gonna need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to this eye before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
So we come to the end of the round, and clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. The emotional story of Oscar de la Hoya honoring his mother Cecilia, who died of breast cancer, was one aspect of Oscar, the golden boy. But the bottom line is, this is a guy who could flat out fight.
Yeah, he's a guy that could flat out fight, and a guy that, when the moment has come, he's behaved like a fighter. You know, beyond the image of the golden boy, behind that 14-carat smile with those sparkling white teeth, was a guy that could get down and dirty when he had to.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Leonard. Nice block. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. A headshot blocked. End of the round here. And as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
You're in control of this. Keep it up. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take it.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. It's got the look of a fight that's going to go the distance. But I'll tell you this, Teddy, it'll have lots of action right to the final bell.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling this is like a throwback fight, and these are the mentalities of these two fighters. If you told them it was a 20-round fight, like the old days, a 30-round fight, they would somehow find a way to go the distance.
Why was it that Oscar De La Hoya was unable to get a win in his 2 fights against Shane Mosley?
When you're a good fighter, or even a top fighter, and you're fighting another good fighter or another top fighter, as De La Hoya was doing with Mosley, there comes a moment in the fight where what you're doing might not be enough, or maybe it is enough, but the other guy, the other top fighter, makes an adjustment. And that's what Mosley did. He made an adjustment during the course of that fight. And De La Hoya did not match that adjustment.
Sugar Ray Leonard, so capable on the outside. Oscar De La Hoya is treating the word slip like it truly is a 4-letter word.
Yeah, he is. He needs to, he's slipping all right. He's slipping over the other guy's left hook. He needs to start actually slipping by moving his head side to side.
Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Round comes to an end here. And Teddy, I know you've had a very busy week. You've been training some pro football players this week. There are many parallels to be made between the pro fight game and the pro football game.
Yeah, there are, you know, physical ones and emotional, mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws a jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power, and also get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on them, and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Oscar De La Hoya is very proud of his Mexican-American heritage. He comes from East LA, but yet there was always a struggle at certain stages of his career to align with that demographic, compared to how easily Fernando Vargas, a Southern California rival, had it with that audience.
I think he felt like, and he still feels that way, and to a certain extent that drives him on. He sort of had to earn their respect, and he didn't get their respect so much. He felt like an outsider who was trying to prove that he was Mexican, you know, and in a lot of ways people said, you know, he didn't fight Mexican enough. You know, he didn't look like a guy, you know, a Mexican warrior. You know, this was the golden boy. And he was always trying to prove that he was more than just that. And in some ways, that has been the fire that has been with him.
Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what had come back at him.
Keep working the jab.
As that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Nothing. Just focus on the fight.
Over the hump, the back end of the fight now begins. Throws a counter punch there. what guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
He's tired. Keep working the body. Move your head.
Sugar Ray showing defense, able to block that punch. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. David Hoya's just not landing any body punches in this fight.
Well, he looks like a guy who hasn't been taught that. We're getting a little bit of an X-ray, a little bit of a peek into what his trainers show him in the gym or what they don't show him.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happening in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Final 10 seconds. Well, this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Relax. You're doing great. Keep the pressure on him. Keep it on him. No need to get excited. You're doing fine. Get on that. Get on that.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down, and to have a great resolve, and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oscar De La Hoya's tagged by a right hand. Lands the counter. Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Sugar. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway. And then you go into a gray room. You go from a light room to a gray room. And at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down and you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Wow! Oscar De La Hoya stunned and staggered. So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
that? You are in control, so take your time. Take your time.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Oscar De La Hoya is proving to be elusive. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. There it is! Oscar De La Hoya's legs look shaky. He was hurt.
Come on now.
Seconds remaining in this round. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
You heard it. Keep on it. Back. Nice one. Beautiful, beautiful.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Leonard blocks that punch. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Oscar De La Hoya is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And there he counters back against his opponent. Teddy, it's one of my favorite times of one of our fight broadcasts. When we make the declaration, he has to have a knockout to win.
And how's he going to do it? Well, I think he's got to be a photographer. He's got to be a guy that goes in the dark room, really, Joe, and start looking at the negatives. During the night, a lot of pictures have been taken. He's got to go now and look back at those pictures and remember something, that he saw something. He saw a moment. He saw a spot where the guy dropped his hand. He pulled back, and he's got to go, and he's got to act on that moment.
Missed the body shot. A headshot blocked. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Smart. This is it. Last round, all right. Nice round. That was good. We have this one.
Round number 10, scheduled for 10. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Good looking right hand after he got hit. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Lands the counter. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Gets rid of that body shot. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. All the rounds in the books for the official decision. Let's send it up to the ring.
Tonight, the judges have reached a split decision. Your winner, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard is your winner by a split decision, Teddy.